Hello. I don't know if anyone's here yet, but I was gonna play Hulkling with a new deck that I built and go through some of the Civil War villains. Okay, so I'm a little late on the setup, but I got the deck put together. I can go over it. I was thinking about either playing two-handed and doing Gambit as well, or just playing two solo games. Not really sure yet which one sounds nicer. And my lights aren't quite the way I like them yet. I gotta figure out how to get my light better. Just want to find a balance between me being able to see and there not being so much glare. That's fine. I just won't put cards up here. That's funny. This is actually Utopia because the light's up there. Um it's just making it look like just a white card. It's kind of fun. Is there any other bad spots though? No, there isn't. So maybe I can just avoid the very top. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, okay. Sorry that I'm a little late. Haven't got everything set up yet. But luckily no one's here, so it will work out. That doesn't look too bad. Anyways, um I'm probably just gonna start by giving like me reading through um Hulkling's cards again, just so I can give myself a refresher, and then I'll explain the deck and like what I was thinking. Because I think it'd be useful for people to see like what a first draft of one of my decks looks like, and then see me play it, and then like assess if it worked the way I wanted, and then make any edits. Because that's how I usually do it. I usually just put like a decent amount of thought into what the first draft of the deck is, and then um, sometimes I don't have to change it at all. Most of the time, I like tweak a couple cards. So, like I'll add like cut down to like one copy of a card instead of two, or two copies instead of three, that kind of thing. Just like really small adjustments. And after like a couple games in a row of it working out the way that I was anticipating, then I usually call it good there. I don't play my decks like 20 times or anything before I share them, but I like to play them enough times to where I'm confident it works the way I was intending. Okay, so it's kind of cool that Captain Marvel's on there. I have a lot of the old Captain Marvel comic books. The when he was the Marvel version that was like the Kree captain, then got the nega bands that he'd like cling together. Um, I didn't know this because I didn't know who Hulkling was when the box came out, but it looks like he's Captain Marvel's and a Scroll Lady's kid. That's fun. I hope that someday we can get that version of Captain Marvel. It could be fun. Okay, so Hulkling's ability just for me and everyone else who's maybe not as familiar with him because I've only played him like once. Um, chosen shape, force response. After a shapeshift upgrade enters play under your control, discard each other shapeshift upgrade you control and ready Hulkling. Hey, Ronald Dragland. Yeah, I didn't either. That's one of the nice things about this game, though. I like that there's that the heroes are that they can sometimes do like a less popular hero, and then yeah, and it's fun just learning about them. There's not very much light over here. I want to try to fix that. I think I have an idea actually of how to fix it. Because if I set up like a bounce light, like that could help. Yeah, that's quite a bit better. Just getting like a bounce light there. So I do hope that these are like watchable after the fact if I'm not here. I stopped doing gameplay videos on the channel as much, um, which I still probably won't do them really that often. Trying to find a balance here. Oh, I moved the camera. That actually looks kind of nice. As long as the glare's not like right in the middle. I probably, okay, so there's glare right there. But yeah, but now the whole board's lit up. And I'll just avoid putting things specifically right there. That's perfect. Well, not perfect, because there's a glare, but I feel like I finally found the balance of all of you being able to see and me being able to see. Yeah, just nothing right there. Huh. I don't know if this is interesting for any of you, of like just seeing me like fiddle with the light. I don't really do this like before I start the stream. I just didn't have time today. Cause I know like some people like ask not as much me, but ask about like how you actually get your stream set up. And it's really just kind of a scuffed thing for me. I have a decent camera, which another thing I could do is since the blind spot's like up there, I could just zoom in a little bit. Yeah, that's nice. And like come forward and get more of the back of the board. Oh, that's yeah. It's just like an iterative process of like trial and error for me until I find something that's passable. Because as long as there's enough light and it's not like, you know, you just have to make sure that it has enough downward light to like bounce and hit whatever it's on and then make it back to the camera lens, while also not being so much that it gets like that everywhere. And then I usually just like avoid that. Everything of using dragon cards. Um, Not a lot. That's the like online thing, right? I use Tabletop Simulator to do like quick deck tests. I've tested a lot of my decks on Tabletop Simulator because it's faster, but I don't know, people don't really tend to like watching it without the physical cards. Um yeah, so I probably wouldn't ever stream it because it's sort of like a maybe not universal, but like a pretty big majority that prefers to just see the actual cards and like actual shuffling and all that stuff, and as opposed to Tabletop Simulator. And I also do prefer the actual cards. So like streaming a game is kind of just an excuse for me to actually motivate myself to play with my physical cards because I don't really like solo that much. So uh, when I don't have my when Pauline is not here, I don't I almost never play on my own without the stream. So there's this the setting up the stream and is like the motivation I need to actually get it going. Okay. I was going over these. So I think given his ability, I think the next thing to talk about is his upgrades. Thanks to the rules review. It was good to go through everything again. It was very clear. Oh, do you mean like the how to play video I posted yesterday? Yeah, I was hoping that would be useful for people because there's a lot of it's a complicated game with a lot of rules. Um, it's um, it's difficult to keep track of everything. So like even players that have played like 20 or 30 or 40 games are still often making like really really simple mistakes. Like I remember when I started my channel, like I posted they're not up anymore because they're not that good of videos, and but I posted like 10 or 20 10 or 12 gameplay videos originally, and I was making so many rules mistakes. I was learning like a new rule like every single game I played because people were pointing them out to me. Um, yeah, never crossed the streams. Do you mean like I can't tell if that's a joke or if it's like a, a, a streaming advice. Okay, okay, so he has these shapeshift upgrades, and they all have double resources except for, oh, this isn't a shapeshift upgrade. They all have double resources with the different kinds. It looks like there's just not a double energy. Is there no double energy? That's interesting. So he has double physical, double mental, no double energy. And then both of the energy ones combine here. That's an interesting combo. So you don't get a physical or a mental, and you don't get a double energy. Okay, so then here's one armored shape. Hulkling gets +1 attack, +2 defense, and gains retaliate 1. And after you play an event, exhaust armored shape to heal 2 damage from Hulkling. So this one just makes him really tanky. And then he gets to ready after shapeshift upgrade enters control. So like there's sort of this balance of you have one out and you have a stat and then you use the stats. Like with this one you could use like your 3 defense or something with retaliate on the villain face. Then on the next turn you might want to play your other one because then you get a ready off of that and it changes your stats. But also since this the exhaust on this is off playing an event, so ideally you'd want to like block, get the 3 defense, get the retaliate one, play an event, exhaust this to heal 2, and then after that play this one, which readies you. You use your new stat, and then after that play another event, which is this once per phase. No, it's not once per phase. So you can, if it's just the only thing is limited. Your economy is your only limiting factor, it looks like. So if you could have the economy just play your whole hand, then you could just keep going. Which that's kind of what I tried to do with the deck, which I'll go over the deck in a second. Like this is a good defense one. This one gives them +1 of each stat, the aerial trait. And then after you play an event, exhaust wing shape and remove 2 threat from a scheme. Which that's a really good one. Getting 2 threat removal just for playing the event and then having a 2/2/2 stat line is pretty good. This one, Hulkling gets +2 thwart, and when an enemy would attack you, schemes instead. So it's kind of like Nick Fury. It's like that's on purpose because he's like impersonating Nick Fury's suit or whatever. So he has kind of the Nick Fury hero ability. After you play an event, exhaust it and draw a card. And Hulk shape, +2 attack, +1 defense. After you play an event, deal 2 damage to an enemy. So that's kind of his thing here. You wanna try to efficiently cycle through these. I think the alter ego ability lets you search it, right? Cannot have more than one shapeshift upgrade in play. Search your deck and discard pile for shapeshift upgrade and add it to your hand. Which he has a 5 hand size, but since you can search for a shapeshift upgrade, that means you're always starting with a double guaranteed. So you get up to 6 hand size with a double guaranteed on the first turn, which is pretty good. So like what I was saying with his the only limit he has on his hero side is like how many cards are in hand and his resource generation. Kind of makes sense to me to instead of prioritizing getting the shapeshift upgrades on turn one, like mulligan to find your like resource generators, and then use this to afford a resource generator, and then sort of snowball your economy to where then you can get more out of uh your shapeshifts later. Just a spoiler for what I tried to do. An alien physiology, generate a wild resource, and double if you're playing a Hulkling card. So this lets him fully pay for one of these or one of his events, which is nice. And it looks like he's got okay. So he has two thwart events, which are superpowers. Remove 4 threat from a scheme. If this removes the last threat from that scheme, you may change to alter ego form. Did I remember to add deft focus? I didn't. I wanted to add that. I'm going to make that adjustment right now. Yeah, I'm going to add deft focus to his deck because that having all the events be superpowers is really good, and there's like 5 targets here for it. This is a defense event, so since it's an interrupt, deft focus's timing doesn't work out, but just having 5 targets is still really good. Okay, and then so remove 4 threat from the scheme. If it's the last threat, you may change to alter ego form, which is really good because if you can change to alter ego form, you can search another upgrade back to your hand, change back up to hero form, and then play the upgrade, which is good. And then this one, deal 5 damage to an enemy, and ready your shapeshift upgrade. So it's the classic, just like 2 for 5 plus a bonus that's specific to the kit that they've been going to. Like, there's a lot of characters like that now. Yeah, Daring Lime is live. I was thinking about getting back on like a stream schedule a little bit. Hulkling is so fun, but feels overwhelming at first, at least to me. So many different mechanics and things you can do with them. Yeah, the new heroes are kind of like that. They generally, I don't know if Tony Fanchi did this hero or not, but Tony Fanchi's heroes tend to be like that, like Domino and Cable and Falcon tend to be really complicated heroes. There's definitely a complexity creep in the game. Okay, an armored defense. When an enemy attacks, deal damage to it equal to your defense. After this attack, if Hulkling a tough status card, even if it didn't deal damage, just 1 cost for a tough status card is already a pretty good deal. And then, especially if you have a defense upgrade, you could get like 2 or 3 damage out of it too. And Shapeshifter, search your deck and discard pile for a Shapeshift upgrade and add it to your hand. And then he has a signature ally, Wiccan. It's Avenger and Mystic. After you play Wiccan from your hand, search your deck and discard pile for an identity-specific event and add it to your hand. That's pretty good. And then, so he's essentially like a 1-cost ally that helps you find an event. Well, I don't know if that's fair to say. He's a 2-cost ally that helps you find an event, but you get to choose the event, which is nice. And then, yeah, and then Altman Residence. Exhaust Altman Residence. Heal 2 damage from Teddy Altman. And shuffle 1 Hulkling card from your discard pile into your deck. So it heals 2 and shuffles a Hulkling card into your deck, and then you can't search the discard pile, right? No, it searches your deck and discard pile. So this is probably to get your events back into your deck. That's what I'm guessing. That's what makes sense to me. And then his complicated lineage. Yeah. Okay. So that's his cards. So now I can talk about the deck that I made to go along with that. I might not be here for the whole stream, but I'm here at least long enough to see what you come up with. Just figured out my Twitch password so I could double watch, but you're on. Yeah, I stopped streaming on Twitch. It's just a lot of complications in the back end, and it just made the streams like less reliable, and I don't know how many people would watch me on Twitch but not on YouTube or vice versa. So I just simplified it down to one platform so it could be easier. And since I don't do gameplay videos on my channel anymore, I feel like having just like gameplay streams that people can go to the live category and then do and then just see gameplay videos. It would work for having like multiple sources there. Uh, Hope you're doing well. Hulkling is not one of my favorite heroes. Probably middle of the pack towards the end, but Tigra top 5. Nice. I did build a really good Tigra deck already. I was keeping it a secret though until my review. So yeah, I'll show my Tigra deck in a little while. It's a good deck. I don't really like Tigra that much, but I did figure out a good way of playing her. Okay, so what I was talking about with Hulkling was he's really his main limitation is his resources, not really his cards, because it's not like once per phase or anything like that. So if you can keep playing cards, you keep getting the benefits. So I wanted to buff up his economy. So because of that, I have a lot of resources added. So, and also because of what I was talking about, where you can search for the double. Oh, that's the spot that I don't want to use. Where you can search for a double resource turn 1. You'll have a very consistent turn 1. So if you draw into Quinn Carrier, Helicarrier, Mansion, etc., you should be able to play that and one other card pretty reliably. And then since his events are superpowers, Deft Focus is there and Clarity of Purpose, he's really tanky. So this 1 damage that he takes isn't really going to hurt. So then I have Power of Leadership because this probably isn't going to be a surprise, but given that he has 3 traits, I thought Strength and Diversity made a lot of sense because it's already a 2 for 3 just from him existing without even having an ally, which just seemed really, really strong. So yeah, I went with Strength and Diversity, and then because I have Strength and Diversity, I have like a pretty standard ally package of allies with multiple traits that are affordable and strong. My favorite is probably Adam Warlock. I like the idea of like discarding one of his like for instance discarding this and getting to remove 3 threat from a scheme and heal 3. I really like that idea with Adam Warlock. If it turns out that I really like that the most, I might switch this to like a suit up deck where it suits up Adam to find Adam Warlock. Other than that, it's just 2 traded allies that are 2 cost, so I can just pay for it with a double resource, which would make it, nice to where if I don't having specifically 2 cost cards makes it really convenient to just be able to use have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9 different double resources in my deck that I can just swap out for an ally. I really like that. So then other than that, the other thing he has to do is play events. So I was looking for just cheap events so that I can play a cheap event and get the benefit. So, here's 2 really cheap events. Make the call to technically is playing an event, and I can just grab one of these allies with one of the double resources, get the benefit from his upgrade. And then Teamwork, which since he's really tanky and Strength and Diversity wants you to stay keep your allies around instead of just blocking with them. I felt like this could be good because he can live without needing them to chump block, and then have this as a really cheap event, and then have them stay around longer for the Strength and Diversity. And then I just have 2 one-offs here of just different tests. I like one-off cards, so Inspiring Presence, keeping the identities around, the allies around, sounds really nice. And then Lead from the Front, just because he does ready. It could be good, but not super solid on these. But this is the general idea of the deck. It's not yeah. So I'm gonna test it out because I haven't played it yet. So this is just a first draft. But I think this deck is gonna be good. I'm on YouTube primarily, so no complaints. Which one do you prefer the most? I haven't really played Hulkling. I've only played him once, but I don't really like Tigra that much. Um, so probably Hulkling I prefer. Look at that economy. Yeah, economy. I don't want to say it's underrated, but I feel like it kind of is. Like just being able to play every card in your hand is pretty strong. So yeah, that's the idea for the deck. Which I don't know. I had the Gambit deck ready, but I think I'm just gonna play a solo game. Sound a little tired? Are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. I am a little tired. Are you open to an observation for my plays, or do you want to? Yeah, just let me know what you think. I'm not like super proud or anything. You can offer me feedback. I might still test this and just see if it works out, but I'd like to um hear what your observations are. Because there's a chance I try this out and it just doesn't work at all. I'm open to that. I don't think that's an impossibility. Alien physiology makes it so you really need depth focus. Um, oh, I see what you mean. Um, like because it can generate a double. But I was thinking the alien physiology, it can play the 2 cost cards. So I can play that. But I don't know. I see what you're saying with that because it generates 2 resources for these, and if I'm not playing an upgrade on the same turn, um, I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, and depth focus doesn't work for this one. I don't know. Um, since it is a resource generator as well, I don't think it doesn't sound that bad to me to like just use depth focus. Because if I play 2 1-cost cards, it's better to have 2 individual resource generators out than just a double. Um, but he doesn't have 1-cost superpowers. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. It may or may not work out. Face pass is not bad for him. Let me see his. When Super Scroll attacks you, discard the top card of your deck. This card's primary resource has those. He gets different things. Yeah, Super Scroll doesn't seem that bad. The thing about Face the Past is it's just so generically powerful that it seems like it's kind of like Nick Fury to me, where it's like, or like the double resources, where you'd more so justify like why it doesn't go into a deck than why it's going into a deck. So yeah, if I'm looking up the power, I could definitely see Face the Past being good because that Nemesis minion isn't so rough. It's a good idea. I gotta remove the bounce light, so I gotta get to the cards. Oh. Okay, I played Captain Marvel on stream last time, so I think I'll move on to Iron Man maybe. Okay, and then he needs. Okay, I'll just do these 3. Actually, I might as well just do all 4. Like, why not? Okay, just chose 4 random mod sets. Uh, have you seen the reveals for Wonder Man? I went to Wonder Man's Hall of Heroes last night and checked out the cards there. I didn't watch the reveal videos though. That's the spirit. You don't like the most used cards due to that? Have you heard the Winning Hand podcast? They talk about one card every episode. They're not usually. No, I don't watch the Winning Hand podcast. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's I don't know. I'm not really one to like I don't like dislike the idea of like a staple card. Like I use Nick Fury all the time. For some reason, Face the Past feels I don't know. I'm not against it going into decks. It's just I don't know. It feels more so like that kind of card to me than Nick Fury for some reason even. Maybe it's just because Nick Fury is also an ally or something. But Face the Past, I'd have to think about it more. I don't really know. I haven't put that much thought into it. It's just a feeling that I haven't articulated that well yet. I haven't tried to articulate it yet. Maybe I'll do the daring mode again. I like the daring mode. Just shuffle all the standard sets together and then get 10 cards. Yeah, I wouldn't say that I don't like the most used cards due to that because I use the most used cards a lot. And they uh yeah, I do use those types of cards a lot. Nick Fury goes in a lot of my decks. I don't know why it feels different for me with Face the Past. You could like the podcast. At the end, they show a deck they create for the card of the episode. I've seen the podcast before. I don't want to watch it. I can't. I don't want to articulate more on that. But I don't want to watch it. The podcast. Don't worry. Nothing against what you're saying or anything like that. Just I have reasons. One. Okay, so I'm gonna shuffle these up and then do a 10 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's the standard set I'll use. Who are you playing against? Yeah. Okay. It's like a whole row, so I just gotta avoid that whole section. I'm playing against Iron Man. As an all decks built player, my Face the Past is in Minion Collector Vision. Player 2 is in Tiger from Where Shenanigans. Doesn't feel like a staple to me, rather inclusion. Yeah, it is different because like there are certain characters to where it's just obviously not something I want to do because like I wouldn't want to play it on Phoenix, for instance, just because like that like why some of the minions are bad. A lot of minions, uh, a lot of them have like quick strike and stuff too, and like when revealed effects and stuff. So minions that do something bad, like as soon as it enters play, I'm generally avoiding it as well. Um, so yeah, it isn't as much of a staple. It is more niche. That's probably what it is. Is that it feels like every deck I build, like I should consider it for it, but not that it's actually like a staple card or anything like that, because it is kind of a niche thing. General thoughts for Civil War. Um, it's I'm kind of mixed on it. I was gonna make a review video after I play PvP mode and like play through the co-op scenarios a few more times, but without spoiling the video too much, I am mixed. Oh no, did I shuffled in his like player cards? I think there are significant upsides and downsides to Civil War, and I think it is a good expansion, but just not really for me. Which I'll explain that more in the video when I get to making it. Need Stark Tower side scheme? Yeah, I think I do need that. I'm gonna try to not peek it. There it is. I don't want to spoil my daring mode. I don't want to know what's in there. Have you tried PvP? No, I haven't yet. I haven't had a chance to play with anyone yet. I I'm almost done watching it, but I last night or the night before that I started watching the Fantasy Flight live stream where they were playing PvP with the designers. Because since I don't have really anyone to play it with, um, I want to make it. It makes sense that before I do a review, I play it at least a few times and watch like their full gameplay of it as well. Because I don't want to just like start talking, saying things about it without having actually given it a chance. You know. Okay. It's more interesting than I expected. Very different when you play versus to watch. Yeah, I'm. Yeah, I'm sure that it does feel different to play. That's why I'm gonna try to play it at least a handful of times before I make a review. I might just go do it on Tabletop Simulator with one of my friends. I'm not sure yet. Okay, setup searches for an Iron Man attachment and your team reveals it. Okay, so I'll just grab the first one I see. I don't want to think through it too much. Okay, attached to Iron Man. Its attacks gain ranged. After you make a basic attack against Iron Man, spend those 2 resources and discard it. Hulkling's kind of good against that. Or maybe the encounter deck can just take up this area, because then I won't, or better yet, I could put the discard pile in there, in that area, so then it will be very obviously not in play. Okay. So Iron Man's health is at 16. I'm at 13. Okay. Okay. 3 per player here. In the Synthoid SmackDown FFG live stream, the comment about 2 Wiccans being at the same time being witchcraft was mine. Nice. That does sound like the kind of thing that you'd point out. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab some water. Okay, I'm back. We saw that the Loki Enchantress pack sold out. Yeah, I noticed that. I was trying to get it. I eventually did track one down. Paulina grabbed it. She lives in Minnesota now. So she was able to go to there's a lot of game stores in Minnesota. So she was able to find one. But I couldn't find any in where I live. Yeah, I did see that they're reprinting it though. So that's nice. Okay, so Iron Man gets +1 scheme for each tech attachment to a maximum of +3. That has 3 player. I need a main scheme of sorts, huh? Let's grab just 2 of them. Okay. Okay. There's more than one player on your team. The stage gains hinder to a player. There's not. Okay, each minion gains guard. Okay. I think I can start playing now. That's so nice that this is already a 2 for 3 to finish that. And then this can finish that. So I just mulligan the rest of these looking for is there a reason why I'd want to go back to Alter Ego? Not really. Just for preference, I'll keep strength and diversity on. Okay. Now I can search my deck and discard pile for a shapeshift upgrade and add it to my hand. So yet another double. Which I'll grab the one that I don't want because I'm planning on using it as a resource. 2 attack and +1 defense. Does it do anything? I don't know. Or I probably want to grab one I want actually. So I'm finishing the tower immediately. There's no threat around. I'm using that as a resource. So 2. Huh. I'll just grab this one. I'm not going to think about it too hard. I'll just plan on using them as resources for now. Unfortunately, I didn't draw into any of my resource generators. Okay, I'll flip up. Start by playing Kalu with these 2. I could also grab another shapeshift upgrade here, so I'll keep that option open. Yeah, I'll pay 2 to play Kalu. Kalu comes into play. He searches the top 5 for an event. Oh, I didn't get one. It's unlucky. Because there are quite a few events here. Okay. I got an ally. I'll use... I could actually... I'll start by attacking for... Or no, I want to upgrade my stats first, right? Yeah, I'll use Shapeshifter to go grab one of my upgrades. Sure, I'll grab the attack one. So I'll play this now. So I'll attack for 1. And then discard this to discard this card. And then I'll... It really sucks that I didn't get an event because I kind of needed it to be able to do both things. Yeah, that's sad. Okay. So I'll play Strength and Diversity now to remove... I can remove 4 threat and do... Or 3 threat and do 1 damage. So 1 damage as well. When defeated, we search for a tech attachment and then reveals it. Let's grab the first one again. How about that one? That's fine. Technically, my 3 thwart is different step than the damage, so I can actually get 1 damage onto this suit. Okay, and then Kalu can get another damage onto the suit. And then, fortunately, couldn't afford my Hulk shape because Kalu didn't find an event. But that seems fine. So ready up. 1, 2, 3. Did I draw 6 cards at the beginning? I might have accidentally drawn 6 cards on my first turn too. I mean, so is she okay? I'm not. I appreciate. Yeah, she's okay, but yeah, I want to try to use the stream as a escape from for everyone from thinking about things. Uh, but I appreciate it though. Okay, now 1 threat here. Iron Man attacks me. Don't I could block with Clue, or yeah, he's not a very good like stat line ally. I'll just block with him. 2, 3, 4. Takes out Clue. And then I get 1 encounter card. Arc Reactor. He gains Retaliate 1, and I have to spend a mental and a physical to get rid of it. Which I do have that. And then I can play a shape, so that works. So I'll attack for 1, and spend a mental and a physical to get rid of this, and I take a damage in return. Oh, it doesn't go down there though, it goes here. It's good, it gets rid of that. And then I'll play my Hulk shape, which readies me. And then I'll attack for 3 and get rid of this. I have +1 defense now, which is nice, so I could defend here. Now could be a good time to go to Alter Ego and grab a double, play the mansion, get some stuff going on. Okay. Main scheme goes up by 1. Iron Man attacks me. I will block, I guess. But if I'm going to Alter Ego, it's my recovery stats 4. Yeah, I'm not gonna wait, but this is a hero response already. So yeah, that's a hero response to ready. And this 2 for 7 could be good. I don't know what I want to do here. I think I'll block. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Oh no, I don't want to block because I'm gonna get rid of this. Yeah, so I just take the 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I get 1 encounter card. A minion, bullseye. Reveal the enemy team discards an attachment from your leader. Otherwise, discard an upgrade you control. Okay, that solves it, I guess. Okay. My turn. 5 damage to an enemy. I don't have a shapeshift upgrade now. Yeah, I think, I could play this slow or quickly. I'll just discard leave from the front to play Clarity of Purpose. I will use 1, 2 resources to take out Bullseye with the Shapeshifter's Strike. And then I'll go to Alter Ego. I'll recover for 4. Okay. And then I'll hold this and just play it next turn. And ready yet. 2, 3, 4, 5. So it should be a pretty easy time playing Mansion here. I could maybe Strength and Diversity. Be good. This goes up by 1. Iron Man schemes for 1 plus a boost card. Just 1. And then attached minion gets +2 hit points. When revealed in competitive mode, the enemy team attaches drafted to a minion, engage with them, and that minion engages you. Otherwise, discards from the encounter deck until minions discard, reveal that minion, and attach drafted to it. Okay. So it has +2 hit points and toughness. When revealed, give the enemy leader a tough status card. That's okay, just stalling. Okay, my turn now. I'll search deck and discard pile for a shapeshift upgrade. Let's just grab this one. It's probably just going to be a resource. It doesn't really matter which one. And I'll play Mansion. And I'll draw a card. I'll flip up. And I'll do 1, 2 for Hunan and Mugen. So I can search the top 10 cards for an encounter deck. Oh, wait, I got a ready off of that. So before I do that, I will have thwarted 1. Doesn't really matter. Thwart 1. And then top 10. There's 2 of them. There's Doc Samson, which is a guard, and when revealed, I'm confused. Which Strength and Diversity is not a thwart, so that doesn't really do anything. Retaliate 1 toughness. Deal 1 damage to my identity. I'll take U.S. Agent, I guess. Put into play, so no one revealed. No, you mean this. Wait, is it put into play, not revealed? It says reveal that minion and attach drafted to it. Oh, are you talking about this? You're talking about that, right? Yeah, thanks. Did I take a damage already? I'll heal myself 1. Thanks, Rain. Okay. I don't... I might have been talking about the confused, so I'm just going to go back to 10 health. And then I can ready a character for each icon, so I ready a character. And then I'll do 1. 1, 2. And then I'll strength the diversity for a total of 6 damage, right? So 3 3s takes out. Oh, so 3 takes out that. But then this has +2 health, right? So maybe I'll do. Do I want to do damage here? I'll probably just remove this since I can't defeat the minion this turn. It's safer to just do that. Okay, and then I'll ready it. I'll try to keep my bird around so that I can have yeah. Yeah, that's definitely a smart way of doing it, of keeping the bird around. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably just need to make the call an ally here. Like, do I have Nick Fury in the discard pile? No, I have Kid Omega. And Kalu could be good because I might be able to find an event off that. Okay. Main scheme goes up by 1. Iron Man attacks me. I'll just take the damage. 2, 3 damage, 4 total. Brings me down to 6. And then Surge. Exhaust my identity. Okay. Oh, and then place 1 threat on the main scheme. Teamwork Avengers. Now this one activates too. Okay. Now I'll use Mansion to draw a card. Quinn Carrier. I'll make the call and grab Kalu. Okay, and then Kalu searches top 5 for an event. Oh, it whiffed again. That's really unfortunate. I could have counted my discard pile, I guess, but I didn't. Okay. So the Kalu is not being good to me. I could just ignore the minions and just get set up more. I'll probably just get the Quinn Carrier down. I'll save to focus instead of teamwork. Or I'll save Helicarrier instead of Def Focus. And then I'll go to Alter Ego. I'll just commit to losing the main scheme. I'll search for a upgrade. Grab that one. And then I'll do 3 to play the Helicarrier. And then, is there any chance the main scheme doesn't finish if I thwart 2 right now? I'll go up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if he gets a double boost, it finishes. I'll take the risk. It's probably not smart to take the risk, but why not? Sounds fun. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I removed the 2 threat there. So now 1 goes back on. He schemes for 1, 2. Deal myself in face down counter card. And then 1, 2, 3 more. I didn't finish, but I got an extra encounter card, so that's not good. Shadow of the Past. Super Scroll comes into play. And then Scroll Business. After any number of cards are discarded from the top of a player's deck, place those cards face down under this scheme. Okay. And then caught off guard, discard an upgrader support I control. Get rid of Clarity of Purpose. Okay. Now it's my turn. I'll draw a card. I'll use Helicarrier to play Altman Residence, heal 2. And I can shuffle a Hulkling card from my discard pile into my deck. Which one do I want? I feel like I need an event here. 5 damage to just take out the minion could be nice, or I could ignore it. Impersonation, just getting 4 threat removal could be cool. I feel like taking out the minions right now might be better. So I'll just shuffle in my attack event. I always shuffle up my discard pile by habit. Okay. And then I'll recover for 4. I'll search my deck and discard pile for a upgrade. Grab that one. I'll flip up into hero mode. I'll play Nick Fury with 1, 2. Where do I want the Hulk shape? The 2 damage could be useful right now, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Play Nick. And draw 3. 1, 2, 3. I should have kept make the call in my hand and just use the Queen Carrier. There we go. Now what do I want to do? So I need to thwart the main scheme, and then I just need to take out some minions. So then my winged shape could be good here. I could also make the call and grab another ally too. Is there an ally that would be good? Kid Omega could be good. He deals a lot of damage. Vivian, no. Yunin, Mugen, no. I don't really want to get a minion right now. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Kid Omega might be good, but I gotta look at the rest of my hand. No Cure on Yellow Jacket. I just learned that works. Looks at trait. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll disregard. Yeah, I wasn't thinking about it honestly. I wouldn't have been sure if he asked me. Oh, I could play Wiccan here. Wiccan's gonna be good. Okay, so I'll play my winged shape. So I'll play 2 to get my winged shape, which readies me. I'll spend 1, 2 to get Wiccan, who searches for an identity-specific event. Which one do I want? I just want a 2-cost. Do I even need one? I could just grab a shapeshifter one. Because all that is like getting me a double resource. So then I'll play shapeshifter to search my deck and discard pile for a shapeshift card. And I'll just grab that as a double resource. Okay. So then I'll use 2 to shapeshifter strike. I'll take out I'll do 5 damage there. 5, he's at 6 damage, which finishes him off. And then I played an event, so I remove 2 threat from the scheme. And then I'll attack for 2, 3, 4, 5. Take out this. And then I just have a blocking army around. I can hold a shapeshifter strike. Is Wasp worse than that guy? No, Super Skull's probably worse. I'll hold this shapeshifter strike. Yeah, there we go. I have my ally army, so I think I'm fine. Or I get a face down and counter card because I decked out. I normally see on isolated modulars, not something like Avenger. Yeah, I learned that too. I was just blind. I was just going through the motions. I wasn't thinking about it really. Four, 5. Okay. I could, when an enemy attacks, give myself a tough, but then, oh yeah, I could do that on Wasp even. Prevent the damage, give myself a tough. That could be good. The alien physiology could be good here too. Okay. This main scheme goes up by 1. Iron Man attacks me. I'll block with Nick. Wasp attacks me. I'll just use armored defense. When an enemy attacks, deal damage to it equal to your defense for this attack. Give Hulkling a tough. Oh, I thought it was preventing damage, so it's dealing damage. Do I really want to deal 2? Does that do anything? Not really. I get a tough, though. But then it'll just knock off my tough. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. So I'll just take the 2. Oh, this was out, so I get one more threat there too. Okay, where's Smitey's heroes? Another side scheme. Hinder one per player, each Avenger's minion gains the printed keywords of each other Avenger's minion. 4. And then Venom. His attacks gain piercing. When revealed, he attacks your leader, otherwise Venom activates against you. Okay. He has 3 damage. It's probably still not worth blocking. Oh, I'll just block with Kalu, because I don't have a strength and diversity right now. Okay, now it's my turn. I'll draw a card. Vivian. I'll play Maria Hill. To draw a card. Hulk shape. Okay. I'll shapeshifter strike now. For 1, 2. All right. I want to play armored defense. So I have 2 attack. I'll attack or I'll thwart 2 off of here just to get that in range. After you play an event, exhaust swing shape and deal 2. So now I want to play an event. So 1, 2, 2, 3 to get this. And then I'll shapeshifter strike to deal 5. I'll just take out Venom. And then it triggers my shapeshift upgrade. And it readies my shapeshifter upgrade. And it's still after I've played an event, right? So yeah, I think that works. So it's 2 threat as well. I'll do 2 here. Maria Hill can finish it. Right, scroll business after any. Did I discard any cards? I don't think I did. Okay. I didn't end up playing another one. That's okay. We can. Do I want him to block or thwart? I'll have him block. It's probably better to have him blocking. So I got my like 4 resource generators here. I'm just gonna use these. It'll be easier. Okay. Main scheme goes up by 1, 2. He attacks me. I block with Maria. 2, 3. And then Wasp attacks me. I'll just take the 2 damage. I get encounter card, Crisis. It's 5 threat on it. Oh, no, 4. Okay. Now, what do I want to do? You're luckier than me. When my main schemes are one away from popping, I always get Crisis Icon side scheme. This is what just happened. That's funny. Did you say that before that happened? Yeah. So I'll drop here and say, hey, and good game. Thanks. I'm glad you're here. This game's going well. I'm enjoying playing Hulkling. Okay, so I gotta thwart this down, so I'll do 2 threat off of it. And then I'll play an event. So I'll play Make the Call. Grab. Believe it or not, I'm gonna grab Nicholas Fury. So 1, 2, 3, 4 for Nicholas. So that draws me 3 cards. Strength and Diversity, that'll be good here. And I play an event, so that triggers this to remove 2 threat from a scheme. And then Nick can port 2 off of the main. And then I'll draw a card here. I'll play this Armored Shape, switching out that, readying up. And then I'll play 1, 2 for Vivian. And then I'll play 2 for Strength and Diversity. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 unique traits out. So I can just finish both of these. And then I can just have these two. And I played an event, so that heals me too. And then I can have these two take out Wasp. Yeah, I think Iron Man's finished. Shield Spy isn't one trait. It depends on who you ask. That's funny. People hated that video. I ended up taking it down just because it seemed like it just made people so upset. I thought it was just like a funny like quirk of the game, but then people took it really seriously, and I don't really know why. But yeah, Shield Spy is one trait, or it's two, but it depends on who you ask. You got a lot of the deep lore, Rain. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't think Iron Man can really do anything anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Main scheme goes up by 1. He attacks me, I block with Nicholas, the Shield Spy. He's defeated. I get a counter card. The enemy team attaches this card to a minion or their leader. Attached character can stalwart. When the attached character would take any amount of damage from attack, prevent that damage and discard this instead. Okay, so I just attack him once and it's gone. Okay. My turn, I guess. I'll draw a card. Impersonation. Yeah, I think I'll just start doing things. So I'll spend 1, 2 resources to play Kid Omega. And then I will spend 2 resources to play Hugin and Muganin after I need to do my activations first. So how do I want to do this? I'll have attacked here. Knocked off that, I guess. No, that's fine. So then I look at the top 10. I don't have to trigger his response. I really don't feel like triggering his response. So I just won't have done that. Because like he's just a trait bot here. It's not forced, so I can just use him as a trait bot. And now I'll play Strength and Diversity, which has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, which can remove the last threat from here. It hits the tough, so then it's 10 damage there. Ally limit? Oh yeah, I forget about that sometimes. Yeah, there's an ally limit, huh? Whatever, I'll just have knocked the tough off here. And he only added 1 trait anyway, so then the math works out the same. Okay, and then 4 damage. Defeats that side. Would take any damage from attack. Oh, So it just discards. No, the tough still would come off. So it's just the 2 damage from me. So he's still at 2 health. And then this is gone. And then I do want to just get through the game. Like, it's probably smarter to not do this. But I don't really want to stick around for with Iron Man that much longer because the game's pretty much over. This brings him to this side. I'll go to Alter Ego. Already up. Oh. Yep, and I got Shapeshifter Strike. Okay, main scheme goes up by 1. He schemes for 1, 2, 3. Gets an counter card. When revealed, Alter Ego, discard the top 3 cards of your deck. 1 threat for each different card type. Resource icon 1, 2. There's only 2 different resource icons. So 2 threat. Villain schemes. 1 boost, and I'm stunned. So that finishes this one. When revealed, the enemy team searches the counter deck discard pile for 1 player side schemes and deals 1 to each player on your team as face down counter card. So does it set a discard pile too? Yeah, so I'll just grab the first one. Sure, that one's fine. I didn't need to shuffle that, but that's fine. And he's at 20 health. And when revealed, yeah, I already did the when revealed. There we go. Now it's my turn. I'll just go for damage here. So I'll search my deck and discard pile for my damage shapeshifter event, or shapeshifter form. There it is. I'll use this to heal 2 and shuffle a identity specific event in to my deck. Let's grab an attack event. And I'll shuffle up. I'll flip up. I'll draw a card. Armored Defense. I didn't get a Strength and Diversity, unfortunately. Yeah, I probably won't win this turn. Right after you play an event, exhaust that to draw a card. So I could do this first. So I'll attack for 2. If I draw a card that is an attack event, I could maybe win here. So I attack for 2. I don't need this one, so then I don't need to heal, I'm just looking for damage. Here. That readies me. And then I play an event. I only have Shapeshifter Strike, which is better if I have this one, but if I draw another Shapeshifter Strike, it's better. So 1, 2, for a Shapeshifter Strike to deal 5 and draw a card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I draw a card. Ooh, I didn't get it. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I'll just do 2 to play this one after I attack for 1. That readies me up. I could have saved 1. Yeah, I didn't need to save 1 though, it's fine. I could have played resource generators, but it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna deck out here, so the armored defense could be useful. I'm gonna draw into an attack event. Yeah, so I'll just attack for 1, 2, 3. And then I'll leave these around as blockers. I'll just try to win on the next turn. Okay. Okay. Okay, still, yeah, there it is, Shapeshifter Strike. So it goes up by 2. The only way I lose here is if he schemes like twice, and yeah. So 3, boost, reveal this card. Oh, I didn't choose if I was blocking. I would have blocked with Hunin and Mugen probably. Okay. And then another card. If it's double advance, I could lose, but outside of that, I'm chilling. Resolve each when revealed. If no one revealed abilities resolve this way, this card gets surged, so it just surges into each minion activates against players that engage with. Otherwise, the enemy leader activates against you. Do not give it a boost card for this activation, so he's just going to activate against me with no boost card. So he's attacking me for 4. Oh, these should be ready. Yeah, I'll just use the Quinn Carrier to play armored defense. And it gives me a tough. So it deals 1, 2, 3 damage to him, and it gives me a tough, so I just block the 4. And then Seek and Destroy, Incite 1 with Peril. Searching counter deck for my Nemesis minion, reveal it. Okay. He doesn't have any abilities on entering play, though. Yeah, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Oh, but each minion gains guard. Was I forgetting that? Or that was on the other side. I may have forgot that when I was playing. But guard doesn't count as attacks, so it probably is fine. Okay, so this guy is guard. I'll draw a card. Strength and diversity. Sure. I'll attack for 1. And I'll play teamwork to exhaust this guy. So it's 3 on here, and then 2 damage to an enemy. I'm glad the teamwork did good there, because I was not wanting to cut it. And then I just Shapeshifter Strike for 7, and it's over. Okay, it worked. Yeah, he just glared. Yeah, that was interesting. I want to look at my deck again after I got some experience playing it. I know Iron Man, all the leaders are kind of I don't know, they're kind of weak on difficulty. Like there wasn't ever really a point where it was scary the whole game. Like it was just kind of a guaranteed win for like the whole time. Like the only thing was like double advance, but like you can't really play around that in solo. Thanks. Thanks. Yeah, I'm glad I won. Yeah. I want to look at the deck again and see. Teamwork did get a use there, which was good. I think that Inspiring Presence, all the allies are like 2 health, and it's not good on 2 health cards, so I think this one's going to get cut. Strength and Diversity did really well. Death Focus was maybe unnecessary based off what Rain was saying. Lead from the front was just unnecessary. I just added it because I like the card, but it doesn't really fit that well. Because it really is more so just getting the allies out for strength and diversity. It's not really for like big mass attacks. Adam Warlock didn't work out, but that doesn't mean he's bad. I just didn't get a chance to play him. Hugin and Munin, I like that the interrupt's not forced because just playing him for the traits is worth it. Not necessarily worth it for just okay, so here I'm thinking cutting these two cards because they didn't end up being useful in that game. The teamworks worked. I like it at 2 because like I want to see it, but also it doesn't change that much. So I think the first change is just going up to 3 copies and make the call, because there was a couple times where I was wishing I could grab another ally, and the allies were still. Kalu just whiffed, which was funny. How many events do I have in the deck? I had 2, 4, 6 events added, and then he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 14 out of the 40 cards in my deck, or 41 because I had to focus in there, but I think Rain was right that it's not necessary. Yeah, so 14 out of the 41 cards. And then I was searching the top 5, which is more than a fifth of the deck. Should have had events, so that was just unlucky. Oh, and I forgot about strength and diversity, so 17 out of 41. So almost half my deck was events, and that was just really unlucky with Clue. But these 4 resource generators were working really well. How many cards is this? 5, 9, plus 6, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20. That puts it exactly at 40 card deck. Yeah, I think that's it. So that's how I build and test decks. So I looked at it, the deck worked how I was expecting it to. And then I noticed like the teamwork did come in clutch at the end. It was useful for the damage. Lead from the front, inspiring presence. I had them as one-offs because I wasn't so sure about them, but they didn't really fit the strategy. I think Rain was right about deft focus. And then just going up to a third, make the call, because I felt like that would have been more useful than what I got at the time. And then I think that's good deck. Inspiring presence changed out for United We Stand, -1 cost, and heal without ready, which is okay for a strength and diversity deck. Is that a new card? I don't remember that one. No, wave 1. I don't know if I ever played it. Zero cost, play if you heal 1 damage from up to X friendly characters, where X is equal to the villain's stage number. Yeah, that card is. Yeah, I just don't think I ever have played that card. Yeah, I do think that makes sense. Yeah, thanks. I just haven't used it. Also, I may have miscounted. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I was only at 24. I miscounted. So that just brings it to a 40 card deck by making that change as well of adding 1. So I think that works awesome. If you want to heal still, I think it would be better. Inspiring Presence is better for Voltrons. Yeah, I totally agree. Because like this, with the 2 health allies, like readying them is just missed. Because like there's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 2 health allies. Especially the ones with 2 attacks. Like that United We Stand, if I have like these 2 allies out, Um, that's like essentially a zero cost card that does fourth thwart or two thwart and 2 damage. That's really good. That was a good call out. Yeah, I'm feeling good about the deck. Like it would have been useful to heal the allies a couple times. It just the inspiring presence wasn't worth it. So yeah, I think this list is solid. Um, where's that card? I just haven't. I really don't think I've ever played it, which is why I didn't think about it. Yeah, it's right here. Yeah, that works good. Okay. Yeah, I'm feeling good about that. Probably not gonna play it again just because I'm a little tired. I don't think I got the stamina for another game, but I'll do the classic thing of just cleaning up the game before I end the stream and talking. Are you guys looking forward to weekly streams if I start doing that again? Because I used to stream like 2 to 3 times a week. Um, and yeah, I kind of since I'm trying to get through my Deck Forever Hero project, it's like I need to play a lot of games anyways, and I don't feel that motivated to play like on my own and solo. But giving me like a stream to like hang out and like to make a just like hang out with you guys instead of just being alone is makes it more interesting. Life has been clunky recently. Sick pet, sick parent. Oh, that's sad. At least you got to come here today though. It's been a long time since Rain corrected me on the rules while I'm streaming. It's nice. Yeah, I don't know. I know. Iron Man, I don't know. I'm thinking about if that was fun playing against him or not. Like I had fun playing Hulkling, but was I don't know. Iron Man was pretty lame in that game. It might be because I used 4 modular sets though, because I wanted to get a feel for the modulars, but with the fourth modular set, I didn't really see many of his cards. So I think that I'll just use 3 modular sets going forward. Yeah, I think that'll be good. I did enjoy streaming right now, so that helps. I do like completing like the goals that I had for it's like that's a really big project I'm doing with building a deck for every hero in the game. It takes a lot of time, especially because like I'm holding myself to a pretty high bar on the decks. Like this deck is going to be part of that, unless I figure out a Hulkling deck that I just like a lot more. But this deck is slated to be part of that list, and like I'm gonna have to play it again before I just throw it in because I don't want to put decks on there that haven't been play tested. So like I'll probably play test it once, 1 or 2 more times, and my friend Johnny might play test it once as well, and then Paulina will probably play test it once, and then if it passes all of those checks, then it'll make it. Because my goal is to have like there's 60 something characters in the game. My goal is to have uh, a really well thought out good deck for every character in the game um, that people can go to and just look up the list and feel confident in it. And if I'm going to do that, I need to make sure that literally every deck is good. Because you know, someone comes to play a game and they choose one of the worst decks that I made for their first game, and then it's like a bad experience. Like I want to make sure that every single time that someone plays one of the decks that I put as part of it, that it goes well. Okay, there we go. Oh, looks like I forgot to shuffle in my obligation that game. Curious about your approach to it. How will you handle aspect diversity, keeping the originals? What I've been doing is I've been building the decks from an agnostic approach. Um, so I'm building them on Marvel CDB. So what I'm doing is instead of looking for like searching for card names in there, I'm thinking about the hero. Um, and then I'm just searching for things that go for the hero. So like, let's say um, let's say I'm doing X23, and I'm like, I want, since she increases her stats, I want to ready, and I want to build the deck around readying. So then I type X:ready, and then I just look through all of the aspects to find the cards that work the best for that strategy that I'm trying to do, and then I choose it that way. So it's funny because you probably heard me rant about protection, not about not liking protection, but after I've made a rough draft for every single character in the game, and it turns out that almost that I built mostly protection decks, which was really funny to me. And I've thought a lot about why that is, and I was gonna make a video on my channel called like I was wrong about protection. Planning on doing that. That could be fun. Yeah, because it really was funny that like it's probably like 30-ish, 30 to 35, 30 to 40% of my decks were protection at the end of it, which I was not expecting. Because it's like, yeah, I don't want to spoil the video, but I'm gonna make a video about that. But that's the approach I have. Yeah. So it's I'm not worrying about aspect diversity for it. I'm just trying to make sure that every character slots well into what they're doing. Um, so for example, like Nightcrawler, I have Nightcrawler in protection because he wants to use his defense stat and like ready and defend multiple times. So that lent itself towards protection. Even though in solo and two-player, I prefer playing him in leadership and aggression. Protection just fits his identity so well that I'm built a protection deck for him anyways. Yeah, at the very end of it, if I have like a really unbalanced aspect spread, I might do it. But also, I'm doing it for essentially a two-player count in general, of like where your hero doesn't have to like have a solo deck, but it is shifted more towards um like a 1.5 to 2 player is sort of the vibe that I'm going for. Um, and unfortunately, there's not very many aggression lists right now. Aggression has by far the least amount. But that might not be true actually. I'd have to count. I do have a handful of aggression decks, but I think it's aggression and justice maybe are the least, and then leadership and protection are the most. With there might be the more protection decks than anything right now. I need to remember where these go. Why am I forgetting? Am I blind? I thought there was... Yeah, there it is. I just couldn't see it because of the angle for me. Yeah, after I finish the project, which I'm guessing will be a month to 2 months before I can finish building all of them, um, I'll make a video going over every deck that I made for it. So like, there's gonna be 1 to 3 decks for every character. So I'll go over all of the decks I made and like why I made the choices I made and like how to play them and just talk about deck building concepts the whole time through it. Without spoiling builds of this project, what's your favorite hero aspect combo for each aspect? Hero/aspect combo? You mean like which hero fits well? I'm not sure I know what you mean. Like Nightcrawler fits really well into protection, so like that's my favorite. And you're looking for one, or I'm not sure. I know what you mean exactly. Could you rephrase the question? Which is your favorite aggression build so far? Oh, okay. I'm not sure. Um, I really liked the I have a repurpose Rocket Raccoon deck that I really like. I really like that build. I have a fun, this is sort of cheating, but there's an interesting Gamora deck that I'm trying out, which it's combining different aspects, but it's a fun idea. And if it works out as well as I'm hoping it does, I have to playtest it more. That one might be a contender. Um, oh, the Bishop and Magic decks that I posted recently on Marvel CDB, those are part of this project as well. I really liked the Bishop and Magic deck. Those are both leadership, so I liked those ones a lot. I really liked that Bishop deck. Um, and then Justice. This is a fun Vision Aggression deck that I made, and Spectrum Aggression deck that I made. I like those ones so far. And then for Justice, um, I'm not sure. Oh, I made a really fun Scarlet Witch deck in Justice. I don't want to spoil that one, but that one I found a fun synergy. It's not necessarily like the strongest deck I could make for Scarlet Witch, but it's fun. The limitations of all builds, not all cards are available. Oh no, it doesn't have that limitation. Um, I'm not limiting myself to having them all built at the same time. I'm trying to vary it up to where I'm not doing the same thing over and over and over again. But it's not for a full collection. They had a fun and diversity card, I'd include it. Yeah, you would have won that. Like how like you get like you do 1 damage to the villain for each different card, each unique card part of an active deck in your collection or something. Okay, I got it all cleaned up. Gotta try this Gambit deck out. It's a pretty simple Gambit deck. It's just an aggression build that has confuses in it to let him go to alter ego and then like shuffle his cards back in and use warrior skill and keep up the pressure to make his events big. Yeah, so I just want to get big royal flush is the idea of that build. Okay. I think I'll end the stream here unless there's any like last minute burning questions that I can answer. Give you guys a little bit of time to think of any if you have any. I'll probably end this stream in a second. Yeah, the fleshiest of royals. I like that. That could be a good deck name for it, actually. Thanks for playing. Thanks. Okay. Good night, everyone. I'll see you guys on Monday. Yeah, and I'm glad you could make it, Rain. Peace.